Welcome friends and everybody in the continuing series of Guru Purnima series. Today we have with us a very new guest. Sir, he is GK Adinath Kashinath. He is the Adit Kashinath, and he is the founder of a new system which he is going to disclose today. So sir, welcome to our channel.
Welcome to everyone, and Om Gam Ganadipatiye Namaga, Om Shairam Guruji KSK Sharanam. My name is Dr. GK Adit Kashinath. Basically, I'm a KP follower, and but after studying KP and got good experience with the KP, and I found a lot of setbacks in KP system also, because as far as the horary system is concerned, is KP and there are many systems are good, but as far as the natal system, natal chart is concerned, so I could find that even still many of you will be facing the problem and finding the signification for the timing of even in current predictions and all. So I started doing research from 2009 onwards. So in 2016, I actually launched EPS system of astrology. Actually, I used to teach KP with my innovation of that EPS system, but later I named it as EPS system of astrology itself. EPS system of astrology is nothing but extended planetary signification system. It's an advanced system based on KP only. So I will, from 2016 onwards, I'm conducting online classes. There are many students all over the world are there. So let me explain about that EPS system and advantages. What is the necessity for EPS system? And I will share with some slides and also with the example you will understand. Yeah, I will try to share it.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
EPS system, it's a KP system derivation, but sir has found out something which is working with the KP system. So it's his own findings, and this is what he will disclose.
Yes. Just a minute, madam.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I think I have shared the screen, right? So EPS system of astrology is extended planetary signification system. Okay, that is called EPS. Okay, so first of all, I would like to explain that basically many of our traditional astrologer, even KP system followers also thinking that EPS KP system is something new. It is not exactly new. It is an extension of our Vedic system only. Basically I used to do a lot. Everything I want to apply with logic, and I want to find the reason behind it. It will be more easier because everything is logic based. I started applying then why it is so called sublord theory, what is the reason behind it. And so, you can see in this that you know all these things, and all the Aries sign, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer. I have given only that four signs. In that, Ketu star, Venus star, Sun star, Mars and Rahu, Jupiter, Saturn and Mercury, that one set I have given. So in that, what in Vedic we are doing, that each star is divided into equal subdivisions. But in KP, we are making that into 9 unequal subdivision based on the Vimsotridasa ratio. We are thinking that actually it is invented by our Guruji KSK. It is not exactly the same. It is exactly invented by our sage Parasara itself. So the thing is, it's extension of a Vedic system only, our KP system. Let me tell you how it is. For example, you see that moon. Moon is the Aries sign. The sign lord is Mars. That moon, suppose it is in this traveling the star of Venus. Okay, you can see the subdivision is Jupiter then Saturn. So it means moon is in the Rasi lord of Mars, in the star of Venus, and sublord is Saturn. Our sages, our Parasara has given that moon is in the star of Venus at the time of birth, that is called Dasa period, and in which star it is, sorry, which subdivision it is running is called Saturn, that is called Bugdi. In the further subdivision of the Bugdi is called as the Anthra period. Dasa Bugdi Anthra, correct? Na? So the same subdivision, how the subdivision is been made, it is an unequal subdivision of the star lord is sublord. That is, star lord we call it as Bugdi lord, sublord we call it as the Tantra period. Dasa Bugdi Anthra, we are making that. I mean, our Parasar, Parasar itself has given Dasa Bugdi Anthra period has been given as for the moon only he has given Dasa Bugdi Anthra. For the remaining planets, he has given only, normally we make it as that each planet is in the sign and in the star constellation. That too has been given only for moon has been divided into non-unequal parts, but for all the other star it has been given for the equal padas. That has been used for the Navamsa. But it is not been used for 9 subdivision, how it has been followed for moon. It is not followed for the other planets. Maybe for some reason would have not followed. But that's the same thing. Suppose you can see Jupiter. Jupiter is in the star of Venus, sorry, in the sign of Venus, in the Taurus sign, and the star of Sun, and in the subdivision of Mercury. So for moon, we are saying Dasa and Bugdi. For the other planets, we are calling as star lord and sublord. That's all. So the same 9 planets we are using. How we are calculating for moon, our Parasaraji have made it. Same way our Guruji for KSK followed for all 9 planets, Dasa Bugdi Antra. That is called star lord, sublord, and sub-sublord. So there is nothing but our Vedic system extension only our KP system. In those days, manually making all 9 planets, subdivisions is difficult. So it has been made into 4 unequal parts. And for to make more accuracy, it has been followed with the divisional charts and a lot of charts, correct? Divisional charts. Instead of that, I mean, our Guruji followed what our Parasarji has made for moon. Same thing is been followed for all 9 planets. Apart from that, even if you see in that Kundali also, normally Lagna only in which sign, which star has been followed is used to give it. But remaining cusp, I mean, the starting degree of the cusp has not been mentioned in our traditional. But whatever Guruji has made it equal to all the 9 planets. There are 214 sensitive points, subdivisions are there in the zodiac. So even all the 9 planets will be in any of the sensitive point. Similarly, all the 12 cuspal, that is cusp starting point of the 12 houses also will be falling in any of the one cusp, I mean sensitive point only. The same way, for example, Lagna is falling in the sign of Aries, ruled by Mars, and the star lord is Ketu and sublord is Jupiter. Same way for all the moon and Jupiter or whatever may be the planet we are talking about. So that Lagna, then second cusp or third cusp. So according to that sign lord, star lord, sublord, so it is been followed as it is followed for moon. So how our Parasarji has followed for Dasa Bugdi Antra system for moon, it has been followed for all remaining 8 planets and also for all the 12 cusps. So this is the way actually our KSK Guruji has followed that. So people are a Vedic system are thinking that it is something new. No, even our KP people are thinking that something it is greater than Vedic system. No, Vedic system is the base and foundation. Without that, even the KP is not. We cannot make out of the KP also in a good way. Okay, so even people are taking that KP. When our Guruji launched KP, he was started focusing on the star lord and sublord. So when he started focusing on the sublord, people are thinking that sublord is the one is KP. So they are all forgetting about the sign lord and star lord. Our Guruji has not talked, I mean, not said that you should not follow sign lord and star lord and only you have to focus on sublord. Because something he started, I mean, introducing, he will be focusing on that. Does not mean that he is not focusing on the sign lord and star lord. Having given the importance to the sign lord only, you can see that subdivision of the Rahu for Sun, which is falling in one Mars sign and Venus sign. Subdivision of the Rahu. Rahu subdivision will spread from the Mars sign to Venus sign, so that you can see, otherwise no, 27 star and 12 signs will be 243 subdivision only. Then 6 more subdivisions have been added because that Rahu subdivision for the sun star will be there in both the signs, Mars sign and Venus sign. Similarly, for the Jupiter star, moon subdivision will be there in the Gemini sign and Cancer sign. That Aries sign, Mars sign quality is different, and Taurus, Venus sign quality is different. So that sign lord will make the difference. Star lord will be the sun, sub lord will be the Rahu only. But sign lord will be Aries, that is Mars, or here will be Venus. Fiery sign, earthy sign, Charastira, lot of Karagata will differ. So because of that only, he has made the 243 subdivisions into another, 6 more subdivisions. So it indicates that he has given how much importance he has given for the sign. So, but people, even our KP system, they are giving less importance to the sign. That is my humble thing, that they have to give importance to that. So, in analyzing the KP system also, they are missing such points, and some more things also missing. I will tell you how it is. Then I will tell about our EP system. I will tell how it is being followed in EP system. Okay. Yes. So now I will tell you that, just a minute. In EPS system, what we are doing, just a minute. Let me. For example, what we are normally doing for the, KP signification, what we are doing for each planet, we take cuspal lordship and occupying house we are taking. Correct, no, madam? We are taking only cuspal lordship and occupying house, but we are not taking the cuspal sublordship ownership and cuspal star lord ownership and cuspal sublord ownership. Why? For example, I was telling that 12 cusp as well as 9 planets are in a particular Rasi Lord, particular star lord, and particular sublord. What is the necessity of having this? Similarly, all 12 cusps. It means, suppose Lagna is falling in Aries sign, Lagna Lord is Mars is okay. But Lagna star Lord is falling in the star of Ketu. Then within that Ketu star, the subdivision of the Ketu is star Lord, that is Saturn. So, sublord is Saturn. So Lagna Lord is Mars, Lagna star Lord is Ketu, Lagna sublord is Saturn. Similarly, all the 12 cusps are being ruled by minimum 3 planets. If you take the 249 sensitive points, sign lord, star lord, and sublord. We take sign lord, star lord, sublord for the planets. For the cusp, we are taking as cuspal lord and cuspal star lord and cuspal sublord. Correct? It means for any cusp, there will be 3 owners minimum. One is cuspal lord, then another is cuspal star lord, and another one is cuspal sublord. We are giving the importance, our Guruji has given the importance for the cuspal sublord to know the destiny prospects of the particular house matters. Correct? But in the significations, we are not taking the cuspal sublord as the significator. Okay, even if you take a 4-fold significators, what we do in KP, we take owner of the house or occupant of the house and the planet which are traveling in the star of this owner or the star lord. Correct? In the occupant. Owner of the house or occupant of the house, the planet which are traveling in the star of the owner or occupant of the owner. That is the 4-fold significators our Guruji has given it. Correct? But you can see where in the sublord theory, there is no role of star lord, no role of sublord has been given in the significations. That is the way we are missing many significations in finding it. There is one golden rule in KP that if the cuspal sublord of your house, if it is a free planet, it means no planet is traveling in the star of that planet, then that planet can be considered as the significator of that particular house. But it is not exactly the same way. In EPS, we take cuspal lord, cuspal star lord, and cuspal sublord. All are the significator of your house. These 3 are the owners. Out of them, sublord is the strongest one, then star lord, then cuspal lord. So that way you can see for each planet, we are taking first, for example, sun. Just you look at this first level planet only. Sun is cuspal lord of 5th house, occupying 11th house here, close to 12th cusp, okay, plus 12. This house, this, you can see the colors are based on the event which you are talking about. That software will show the colors favorable in green color and unfavorable in the red color in our EPS system software. Okay, so that just I would like to say that. You see that cuspal lord of 5th house, occupying 11th house, and close to 12th cusp. This is the one which we are following for our KP system, or our even if you take our Chalit also, or if you take Nadi also, or you take 4-step theory also, they'll take only cuspal lordship and occupying house. Okay, but they are not talking about the cuspal star lord ownership and cuspal sublord ownership. They don't talk. But in case of interlink, if you take interlink, they consider only the cuspal sublord only. They are not talking about the cuspal lord, occupying house, cuspal star lord. Interlink, they talk only about the cuspal sublord. If it is cuspal sublord is not there, then you go for the cuspal sublord or cuspal occupying house. That way they have their own method of analysis. But why we have to do like this? We have to be uniform in analyzing a planet. Okay, whatever may be the case. So in EPS, what we do, we take cuspal lordship, occupying house, and cuspal star lordship, and cuspal sublordship of your planet as the self-signification of your planet. This planet will get influenced by sign lord, conjoined planet, aspected by planet, and nodes playing important role. They are all the additional support planets. So that way we have to check each planet's significations. First point. Second point, in EPS, we are talking about planet. We are checking a planet at 5 levels. Planet, what it indicates, star lord, what it indicates, and star lord of the star lord, what it supports, and sublord, what it indicates, star lord of the sublord, what it indicates. So that same way we'll look at all 5 levels. We have to check. There will be a question will come in your mind. So if you start checking this way, then each planet will signify all the houses. Correct? Correct? No. So it means there will be all the houses signified by a planet. Yes, of course. But how we are going to study? For example, you are going to examine your body from checkup to the doctor. Your body has got everything. Then what doctor will do, according to the requirement, he will check the necessary things and he will try to diagnose the disease. The same way only we have to diagnose a planet also. How it has to be studied, there are some methods. Okay. So I will tell you the importance of the star lord and sublord. I will tell with a small example. Okay, ma'am. So for example, just a minute. Sorry. Yes, I will explain. I don't know why my pen is not working. Yes. For example, madam, let me take one example. Okay.
Sure.
6 a.m. one child is born. Okay. 6 a.m. The lagna is, for example, at the Aries lagna.
Aries.
Okay. So that 6:10 a.m. another child was born in the same latitude and longitude. You know that twins we are talking about in our KP, but I'll put in a different way. The 6:10 a.m. also the same lagna is present. Okay. For example, for this lagna, suppose Jupiter is posted here. Okay. Then moon is posted here. Then say Saturn is posted here. Then Mercury is posted here. Okay. For these two people who are born at the time of birth, moon is, for example, is traveling in the star of, say, Mars. Okay. At the time of birth, the Mars Dasa was running. For both the people, the Dasa Lord will be Mars one. Correct?
Correct.
Buddhi Lord also, for example, in the Mars Dasa, suppose Jupiter Buddhi is running. Okay. Buddhi Lord also can be the same, only the duration will differ. Correct? The dasa balance will differ because of the 10 minutes difference. That too, if it is instead of Mars dasa, if it is Rahu or Jupiter, when the duration is more, then Antara Lord also will be the same. You understand? Because of the 10 minutes difference, the dasa bhuktī antara at the time of birth for both the people can be the same. Only antara may be different. Suppose imagine all are same only. Only the duration at the time of one person will end in one period, that antara will over. Then another person, it will be over after 1 week or 10 days time, according to the dasa bhuktī periods. Correct? The duration. I think you are able to understand, no, madam?
Correct, sir. Yes, yes.
Now, suppose these people, they are coming to you for consultation. Person A is coming and B is also waiting outside. Okay. So A person is coming at the time of, consulting you. He is running Jupiter dasa. Imagine A person is running Jupiter dasa. And Jupiter dasa, that Jupiter is here. Jupiter, for example, in the star of moon, okay, and sub of Saturn. Okay, let us take only 3 levels for our discussion purpose. Okay, suppose if you take as per our KP, Cuspal Lordship and occupying house, only if you take, imagine these planets are posted in the exact house only, even for 6 a.m. and 6:10 a.m. only, because they are not changing any bhava. Just imagine that. So Jupiter is what we can say, Jupiter is Cuspal Lord of 9 and 12, correct? Cuspal Lord for 9 and 12, occupying 10th house, correct now?
Correct.
Then it is in the star of moon. Moon is Lord of 4, where it is posted in 2nd house.
Yes.
Then Saturn. Saturn is what? Lord of 10 and 11. Lord of 10 and 11, occupying where? In the 8th house. Correct? Okay. Now, based on that, you will, or you can add conjunction aspect, whatever you want to do, you can add also. There's no issue. So you will be giving for the according to that signification, you will give the prediction to the person A. Okay. Suppose after that person B is coming. Okay. For the B is coming, then what B, for the B also will be running same dasa. Is there any difference between this? There will not be any change in the difference in the Cuspal Lordship occupying house. They are going to be the same only. Does not mean that they don't have any value. Yes, it has got value, but it is the signification is incomplete. It means why it is incomplete. Suppose that just a minute. Suppose this Cuspal, the Jupiter Cuspal star lord and the Cuspal sublord. Let me minimize this. Yes. Cuspal sublord, if you take these two, ownership also, the Jupiter Cuspal star lord and Moon Cuspal star lord and Saturn Cuspal star lord can be the same for both the A and B, because cusp where it is falling, accordingly the Cuspal star lord. For example, Jupiter can be 3, 7, 11 Cuspal star lord. Suppose that third cusp is falling here. So 3, 7 and 11 Cuspal star lord can be Jupiter. Saturn, suppose it is Cuspal star lord for no houses, but moon. Saturn also, suppose Saturn is 4, 8, 12 Cuspal star lord. Okay, suppose 4th cusp is falling here. It means CL OCC Cuspal star lord also will remain the same, but for both A and B. But the difference can be only in the Cuspal sublord house ownership for Jupiter. Suppose for the 6 a.m. person, Jupiter can be sublord for 7th house, for example. But 6:10 a.m. person, it need not be 7. In the 10 minutes, that 7th Cuspal sublord can become Saturn instead of Jupiter. Here, what will happen that Jupiter, instead of its, it will lose its 7th sublord ownership. Correct, na? Sublord ownership. So it means that Jupiter will not be sublord for the 7th house for the B person. For the A person, 7th sublord will be Jupiter. B person, Saturn will be the sublord for the 7th house. So it means, just for example, I am saying that this is going to make the difference. It means just because of difference, the whole work, that signification of a planet, I mean, Cuspal sublord is the authority house owner of the Jupiter that will make that strength of the whole planet signification. Because Cuspal sublord is changing does not mean that Jupiter significator is only this. No. Jupiter signification is to be studied from Cuspal lordship, occupying house, Cuspal star lordship, and Cuspal sublordship. Then only we can estimate a planet's strength from left to right, not just with the Cuspal sublord alone, as we normally follow in Cuspal interlink. Okay, so it means what I'm trying to say that unless and otherwise we take complete signification of each planet from owner of the house, occupying house, star lord for which houses, and sublord for which houses, it may or may not, but accordingly that strength will vary. So we have to study. Then only we can differentiate two people's significations. You imagine you forget about the two people. Suppose your birth time itself, instead of 6:10 a.m., if it is 6 a.m., automatically your signification will change. Your what the planet we are talking about, the predictions point of view, their prediction, that interpretation will change. I hope you understand, correct, no, madam? So that way we have to, that's what we are doing in our EPS. We take everything. We take all planets, Cuspal lordship and occupying house, and Cuspal star lordship as the complete signification of a planet. Okay, so that is the difference, how it has to be studied. Then I will, I will tell you one more thing also. You see, as I said, each planet will have Cuspal lordship, occupying house, Cuspal star lordship, and Cuspal sublordship. This is the primary one. This is being influenced by many planets. For example, you are a planet. Okay, you are having your own self-signification. You are being influenced by many people. Suppose now, when you're talking to me, you are being influenced by your conjoined planet. Somebody is conjoined with you. That noise is disturbing you. Correct? So you are being disturbed by others. Your signification is disturbed by your suppose you are landlord. Suppose you are living in a house. That landlord will have some sort of instruction that you have to abide by. Then your conjoined people, somebody may be aspecting you from a distance, that also will disturb you. So that we are all planets, ruled by planets. So the same way only planet is also influenced by or supported by many planets that are being considered as secondary influence. Okay, so first is primary, the planet, and support planets are the Rasi Lord, conjoined planet, aspected by planet, aspecting to nodes. There are different things. I cannot explain everything. So that we have to keep it in mind. I hope you understand. That is, yes, each planet's single level strength I am talking about. As I said, we will be checking each planet at 5 levels. I was telling a planet is level 1. Suppose you are talking about Jupiter. Jupiter is Cuspal lord of which house, occupying which house, star lord for which houses, and sublord for which houses. It does not mean that all planets will have star lord for some house and sublord for some houses. It cannot be. Correct? So because ownership will be there, occupying house will be there. Ownership may or may not be there for a node, may not be there, and some houses where the interceptions are coming, then some sun and moon may lose its lordship also. If there is no cusp is falling in the sign of Cancer or in Leo, it will lose its ownership also. So, but Cuspal star lordship, Cuspal sublordship will be there. Okay, so that each planet, what the source it is having, I call it as the source planet. This is the source. Planet is the source. Even if I can see in KP also people, please understand, I am a basically KP follower. What our Guruji has said is not properly followed by our KP followers. Even he himself he said that our followers have to furthermore do research and do it. Okay, so what I'm trying to say that people are taking that consolidated houses, a planet, what it is signifying. They're looking for the houses which are all signified by a planet. They're trying to give that signification. But exactly it is not the same. All we have to start from the source. Which planet is acting, which planet we are studying, what it signifies, what its star lord it signifies, what sublord it signifies, we have to study. It is not that planet will give the result of star lord. We are saying correct, na? Planet will give the effect of the result of star lord as per KP. But what I'm saying, yes, star lord is going to give, but who is going to give? Planet is going to experience star lord. Correct? You understand, no? It is not that I will tell you with the
Sir, sorry, I've lost your voice.
okay. What I was saying that we in EPS we check is planet, star lord, and star lord of the star lord, sub lord, and star lord of the sub lord at 5 levels we are checking. Okay, but in even in KP, what people are taking, planet will give the result of the star lord. Immediately they give the importance to the star lord only. They will forget about the planet significations. You understand? So suppose I tell you the difference. You see, suppose the star lord is the knife. Okay, imagine two planets are traveling in the same star. Star lord, what it signifies, both the planets will be giving the star lord significations. Okay, so if you check any KP software, that what this A planet or B planet, well, their star lord signification will be given the priority because they are significant of this. But they're not understanding that exactly the flow. You see, who is going to act on the star lord, that accordingly the output will differ. Because this person is a cook. Planet, if it is, imagine it's a cook. Cook is going to act as, going to give take the star lord. That star lord, it will be used for the cooking only. For this person, for example, is a thief or some murderer, he is going to use the same star lord that will be used for something else. It means planet is the source. What the planet is having in its hand, that is going to be executed by the star lord signification. What it is going to experience star lord significations, that is going to experience this. You understand? It is not that what this planet is giving, experiencing same thing this planet cannot experience. You understand? So that way, in analyzing a planet is most important. We have to study from the source. That is what normally even in KP also we are missing it. Please understand, I'm our KP. I am basically I'm KP astrologer, and I have got great respect to our Guruji KSK. He himself has said that our followers will do further more research on this and do it. Correct? It is not that, I'm not saying that finding fault with our KP. I'm trying to say that we are not properly following what has been said. So it has been, it has been properly followed. That's what I'm trying to say, that as well as what are the things which are missing in KP, that have been included in our EPS system. Okay. So that's what I want to say that, madam. You can see I have got even our KP Star One web page. I have got that ebook is available for free, which they can download, and they can see even this comparison between Vedic, KP, Interlink, and EPS. I have given in a screenshot. It is there in the ebook also. You can find it. Then now what I will do, I will explain with an example. Okay, 2 examples I will explain so that it will be useful how it is differing and how we can make use of that EPS system. Okay, ma'am. What I will do, I will share. Yeah, this is actually our EPS StarSoft Classic version software. We have got 2 more versions, Classic version and Advanced version. So now I'm starting with I will explain only with the Classic version. So this is the one that what you call our natal chart and cuspal position and planetary positions. And you can see the EPS table below. Here in the EPS table, actually star lord of the star lord has not been given here, but it will be included also. But we have got one more table called house grouping table. Here I told you that how to study each planet and star level, sub level. You can see that. Okay, suppose if you go to the house grouping table, I will tell you about the house grouping table. I will take you to the house grouping table, how sun is being signified. Suppose, for example, Suppose if I ask you, just a minute, madam. I will go to the home page. First, I will explain this. Look at this sun signification. Suppose during the sun Mahadasa, whether the native is got the destiny to get married, or that Dasa Lord Sun is supportive for marriage, just want to check. Okay. If you take only the cuspal lordship and occupying house, Lord of 5 and 11 is okay, but star Lord of 10 and 11 occupying 6th house. Correct? In case of EPS, what we do, when we are talking about a node Ketu, we take sign Lord Saturn, like what we KP do. In EPS, what we do, whenever Saturn, the sign Lord of the node, when we are taking, we take the Rahu or Ketu's significations also along with that for the in consideration. Okay, just let me not go in detail. I'll just look at this. Lord of 5 and 11. Close to 12th cusp, and Saturn star, Lord of 10 and 11 occupying 6th house. Look at the sublord is also the 10 and 6. Okay, so suppose if the getting marriage is getting delayed, what we normally think that, okay, Lord of 5 and 11, but it is occupying 6th house in the star of Saturn, Lord of 10 and 11 occupying 6th house. Correct? You can see it is occupying 6th house. So it means that it is also conjoined with the Jupiter, Lord of 9 and 12. So we will think that actually this is not supportive for it. Seems to be some kind of hurdles, or it not supportive for the marriage. But look at the star lord of the star lord. Moon is occupying the 5th house. That's got some sort of support. But we will not be having strong. Signification whether it is really supportive for marriage or not. Okay, correct, na? So suppose I will take you to the house grouping table. House grouping table is the one which is based on the EPS table only, but wherein we take the sign signification, sign exchange significations, and all we have got some special factor called the ruler's link. There are many things are available. Based on that, I will tell you in the house grouping table how these sun significations are seen in our EPS. Okay, you are seeing this table, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I will take you to the sun only directly. You can see the sun significations. Okay.
Okay.
You can see sun. You can see this is module 1. Module 1 means each planet according to the event, marriage event, we have got primary, secondary, supportive, and bad, worse, and worse. That is D1, less unfavorable, obstacle giving houses, and detrimental house. It has been given accordingly that sun signification, each planet's cuspal lordship, occupying house, cuspal star lordship, cuspal sublord significations, favorable are given first and unfavorable given in the red color at the below, so that we can differentiate each planet's self significations. Then if that planet has got any sign exchange with any planet, or it has got sign link, we have got sign link, but it means in case of node Saturn and its which is occupying that Saturn sign Ketu, if these two planets are connected to each other, we call it sign link. So there are some technical terms. So if any other support from the sign, it will be shown here. Then it is called one more thing called ruler's link. It means the rulers of the sun is in the star of Saturn, Saturn in the star of Moon, and Sun in the sub of Saturn, Saturn in the star of Moon again. So if these planets, rulers of the sun, if they are connected to each other by way of conjunction or aspect or any other way, that means their influence will be more. That is called ruler's link. You understand? So you can see the sun planet, you can see, you can have that module 1, favorable, unfavorable, one below the other. If you go to the module 2, where we can make that favorable separately, unfavorable separately, it will give you a clear picture also. You can see that. Here you can see Moon, Lord of 5 and 11. Look at the star Lord Saturn, 11, 1 and 7. Lagna and Cuspal sublord of the 7th house. Authority planet for the 7th house. Look at sign columns 3, 11, 1, 5 and 11. It means you can see Sun is sign exchange with Mercury. Mercury has got the within bracket, whatever is given through the sign exchange planet. Whatever without the bracket is given through the Ketu. 3, 11, 1, 5, 11, 1, 5, 9, 9, 11. You can see star level planet is getting the support of these houses. Okay. Then 2A level planet, Saturn is in the star of your planet, that is called the 2A level. It means first level, second level, this is 2A level. 2A level moon is having 5 and 2, again through sign column 3, 7, 3. Just you look at this signification, you can see the grouping 5, 11, 1, 7 cuspal sublord and 3, 11, 1, 5, 9. All these good houses are present for supportive for the marriage. Correct? Then you can see the ruler link. It means that sun has got ruler link with moon and Saturn. Moon is present, Saturn is present. Their consolidated houses also shown here. It means this sun has got very good house grouping also along with that ruler link. Look on the favorable side I'm talking about. Look at the unfavorable side. Yes, it has got unfavorable grouping of houses also present. It means what? That planet is supportive for marriage. Along with that, it has got a lot of hurdles and obstacles also present. It is not denying the marriage because it is not indicating any 6th sublord and 12th sublord and for supportive houses. Rather, it is having favorable 1-7 houses and supported by other 11th houses. You understand? It means it is a mixed significator. We can easily identify by the grouping of, house grouping table. You understand this one? So this way, in the house grouping table, we can understand each planet's strength, favorable how much, unfavorable how much. I think you are able to follow right now. I will tell you with one more example.
So this comes ready with this comes ready in your software, whatever
yes,
you have.
It is there in the software. We have got other, pill to table, and we have got a lot of tables are there. So, instead of explaining all these things, I will explain with one more example also where you will understand. I think I have stopped sharing now.
No, it is shared. I can see the screen.
Yes. Then what I will do, I have to open another chart just a minute.